Everyone, welcome to this special meeting of the Gainesville City Commission for Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. Madam Clerk.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion to adopt the agenda as printed and distributed. Any questions? I don't see anything. All in favor, please say.
We don't have any comment as well.
Okay, we usually don't for a regular agenda, but
Okay.
yeah, but thank you. All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that passes unanimously. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Mayor, we have the approval of the minutes with the recommendation the City Commission approve the minutes from September 10th, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion second to adopt the minutes from the September 10th, 2025, the first budget hearing. And have a motion second. I see no other lights. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, that passes unanimously as well. All right, and I think I heard that Commissioner Chestnut should be joining us momentarily. So we could probably go ahead with the first item, but
Yes.
okay.
Ready? We have our ordinances for second reading, 2025-682, and
Hold on a
ordinance,
second.
whoops,
No, you're good.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Yeah.
okay. An ordinance number 2025-682, an ordinance of the City of Gainesville, Florida, amending Appendix A Schedule of Fees, Rates, and Charges of the Code of Ordinances by revising fees, rates, and charges for the following: adult performance establishment, escort services, and escort licenses, alcoholic beverages, building permit fees, cemetery, controlled vehicular parking area decals, permits, fire, rescue, health and sanitation, land development code, parks, recreation and cultural affairs, peddlers, solicitors, and canvassers, police, registered domestic partnerships, right-of-way, public obstruction permits, right-of-way, public use by utilities, secondhand goods, streets, sidewalks, and other public places, taxation, traffic and motor vehicles, utilities, solid waste and recyclables, utilities, stormwater management, valet operations, and vehicles for hire, providing directions to the codifier, providing a severability clause, providing a repealing clause, and providing an effective date.
All right. Very good. Any questions? We have not done a second presentation on this. It's exactly the same thing that we had before. So, all right.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, there are three slight changes between first reading and second reading in the attachment attached to proposed Exhibit A to the ordinance. I can call your attention to it, but they are indicated with double strike-throughs and double underlines for additions. On page 14, under lifeguard classes for child, the rates that are being set is lower than was indicated on the first reading. It's $225 for both residents and non-residents as indicated there. On page 20, the item for community table has been stricken across the board. And then on page 22, the word night was added under the category of night guided walking tours. That's the full extent of any of the changes. All three are minimal, and all of them are fine to move forward and have been so indicated on your agenda.
Very good. Thank you. Commissioner Book.
I move adoption of 2025-682, the Appendix A Schedule of Fees, Rates, and Charges. We adopt the proposed ordinance with the minor changes proposed by the city attorney.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any public comment on this, Madam Clerk?
There's no public comment, Mr. Mayor.
Any other questions? I don't see any lights, so let's go ahead and call the roll.
Commissioner Eastman?
Aye.
Commissioner Engel? Commissioner Chestnut is absent. Commissioner Duncan Walker?
Aye.
Commissioner Book? Commissioner Willets? Mayor Ward?
Aye, that passes unanimously with Commissioner Chestnut absent. Let's go ahead and take a 5-minute recess to make sure everyone's here for the next item. I want to make sure that is fully attended. So we'll be back at 5:40. welcome back. We are back in session. The lights are back on and we are back on the air. Okay. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Mayor, we're on 2025-738, establishing a final millage rate for fiscal year 2026. With recommendation, the City Commission set the final millage rate for fiscal year 2026 at 6.7297 mils and adopt the proposed resolution.
All right, I don't see any lights here, but
Mr. Mayor.
yes. Yes.
Cynthia Ramos, Executive Chief of Staff. Just have to read the following into the record. The City of Gainesville fiscal year 2026 rollback rate is 5.9944 mils. The proposed fiscal year 2026 final millage rate of 6.7297 mils is 12.27% higher than the rollback rate. That's all I've got.
All right, very good, thank you. Any questions for the city manager, for Ms. Ramos? Other one?
So, Mr. Mayor, at the last meeting, if you recall, we had a full presentation by Ms. Ramos, and we can do that again. However, it is at the commission's discretion, but the full presentation was provided on first,
Yes.
at the meeting on September 10th.
Okay, all right, so I don't see any lights. Madam Clerk, do we have any public comment?
Public comment, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, going once. Make sure that everybody has the opportunity to speak on the millage rate if they choose to. Okay, all right, back to the commission. Anybody like to make a motion? Commissioner Eastman.
I do just want to say that, because I have gotten questions about this out in the community, like, okay, so, our taxes are going up. We did not increase them last year. They increased the year before. What new projects are we getting out of this? What new, okay, so our taxes are going up. What services are we getting from this? And of course, I just want to reiterate that this is now the third year in a row that we are just simply cutting services, reducing more employees while also increasing taxes, because we've lost about $31.1 million to the Gainesville Regional Utilities Authority and GRU over the last, I guess, 4 to 5 years. And in these past few years, it's been a massive reduction. There are more reductions over these last 2 years. And so it's, I appreciate all of the staff that's learning how to do more with less. We'll go through all of the budgets and the actual things for each one of the departments. But this is not a fun vote to take. This is a hard vote to take. This is one of those votes that people will feel. They will feel it in the amount of money that they're paying, not just on their homestead, but that commercial properties will be paying, residential properties will be paying. And I look forward to a time when every one of the folks that uses our city pays their full fair share of what they are taking from the city, so that we can bring these taxes back down. But in the meantime, I would like to move, and I want to make sure I'm doing the right one this time, 2025-738, establishing a final millage rate for fiscal year 2026.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. I see no other lights. Going once, going twice. All right, Madam Clerk, please read the roll.
Commissioner Engel? Aye. Commissioner Chestnut? Aye. Commissioner Duncan Walker?
Nay.
Commissioner Book?
Aye.
Commissioner Willets?
Aye.
Commissioner Eastman?
Aye.
Mayor Ward?
Aye, that passes 6-1 with Commissioner Duncan Walker in dissent. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Mayor, we're on to 2025-739, final general government financial and operating plan budget for fiscal year 2025-2026. With recommendation, the City Commission adopt the final fiscal year 2026 general government financial operating plan budget and adopt the proposed resolution.
All right, Commissioner Chestnut.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that the City Commission, 1, adopt the final fiscal year 2026 general government financial and operating plan budget, and 2, adopt the proposed resolution.
Is there a second? We have a motion and a second. I see no other lights. Is there any public comment?
No public comment, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Commissioner Willets.
Mr. Mayor, I do want to say though this is still where we've cut some positions across the city, there are still new and exciting things that we do, and so there is still innovation in this budget. There is still progress. There is still protection. There is still public services, public safety, still to a very large degree with GPD and GFR and Public Works. And there is still amazing opportunities for all of our staff, all of our community builders to serve our public in this budget, though it is tighter than we wish. But also the public will be pitching in to keep us afloat one more year. There are saving union jobs. There are providing services in-house instead of out-of-house. So there is still growth. There is still exciting things for us to accomplish in the year. It is not merely holding on, it is still serving our public and making Gainesville, the best city to live in Florida. But most certainly in Alachua County, but certainly I would say in Florida as well. So thank you to staff for continuing to work through the whole budget season and then the whole next year, doing often more with less. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr.
Very
Mayor.
good. Thank you, Commissioner Willetts.
Yeah. So would you say that in spite of the millage, that in spite of the millage, the services we render will be the same or above?
I would say so, except in, I'm sure in some areas we may lag a little in timing of things. Things like when the grass gets cut, when a trash can gets emptied. But our staff also took opportunities that we funded to make things more efficient, like with our trash cans downtown. So,
But overall, the public is not going to see a reduction in service level. And I think that is important.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, if I might comment, I think that the general fund budget, because it is primarily property tax based, is under stress more than other funds. When you take a look at the capital funds that drive wild spaces, public places, and street stations, strong foundations, in terms of the infrastructure that supports, of course, the buildings and the fire stations and things that are online. When you take a look at some of the other enterprise funds that receive grants for programs in the transportation space as well as the public works space, we do continue to grow. I would venture to say that over the last 3 years, in spite of the reduction in revenues from the Gainesville Regional Utilities, that we have done the very best that we can collectively as staff, department directors, making sure that we yield to the priorities that are set by this commission, where public safety obviously has driven that, and I think the budgets play themselves out to that effect because they need to. But just to reinforce what Commissioner Willetts and Commissioner Chestnut also reinforced, I think that all in all, the city's budget is clearly balanced, but it is still representative of the priorities that are set by this commission. And even though general fund departments are under stress, understandably so, we do have a need for a slight tax increase, and of course the reduction across many departments, and I'm not remembering the exact amount, but we did have to reduce positions, eliminate as well as freeze positions in the general fund, supporting programs in the Parks Recreation Service space, in the public works space, and even in the public safety space to balance this budget. But all in all, I think the city is represented well in terms of the services that are provided to the public.
Thank you, Madam Manager. Thank you, Commissioner Chestnut. Commissioner Eastman, did you have something to add?
Oh, yeah, sure. And I did want to say that it looks like we have another great a budget book that has been created here. So thank you to Cynthia and all the staff that did. I did want to just chime in with the numbers because I do think they were important. Prior to this, over the last 2 years, it was 161.5 positions over the 2-year period. This year, a total of 11 positions were cut, and then 30.75 positions were unbudgeted and unfunded, which basically is the same thing as elimination, and well, in many ways. So we have over 200 positions that we have that have been reduced from our budget over the past couple of years. And so I will say that we are continuing to try to provide services that people. To make sure that people are getting the services that they need, but that's I do really appreciate, and for the staff that are hearing that you are, as you said, doing more with less. That we are trying to do our best to really come together as one city and provide to be, as Commissioner Willett said, the best city in the state of Florida to live in. And I really do genuinely believe that. So thank you to everyone who's done that, and for all the residents that have picked up more of the slack along the way.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Mayor, I would be remiss if I did not talk about the transportation space and the fact that we have had significant impacts on the revenue receipts on the transportation side because of the final negotiations with the University of Florida and services there. And so because of that, we've had to, this year more than the previous years, where we did eliminate positions in that space, never fully recovering from COVID and having our buses, sitting in the parking lot, et cetera. We've had to continue to do that in this last year based on where we ended up with the University of Florida. And the budget clearly call for position elimination. So I just kind of wanted to put that on the table.
Thank you for that. Thank you, Madam Manager and Commissioner Eastman and Commissioner Chestnut.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good.
Oh, I am. Okay, I also want to say that during the coming year, it's going to be very important that we educate the public on what the property tax pays for as often as we can.
Absolutely. All right, thank you, Commissioner Chestnut. And to kind of bring it all together, I want to remind everyone that while we continue to do more with less, an example of how we are continuing to meet needs, particularly in the area of public safety, I was able to join at the Hall of Heroes this past Friday. GPD swore in 7 new officers. It was 7. Yeah, that's correct. It's a terrific class, and we'll be swearing in more later this year. So we continue to add to the ranks of Gainesville Police Department, and the city continues to be a very safe city to live in. And I appreciate everyone working here at the City of Gainesville and everyone who worked so hard to get this budget together. And with that, I will ask the clerk to call the roll.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Commissioner Chestnut?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan Walker?
Aye.
Commissioner Book? Commissioner Willets? Commissioner Eastman? Commissioner Engel? Mayor Ward?
Aye, that passes unanimously. Madam Clerk.
Mr. Mayor, we're on to member comment.
Anyone? Commissioner Book.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just one quick announcement. So the Alachua County Legislative Delegation will be coming on October 20th to Santa Fe College. So this is an opportunity for us to continue to build the bridges there with our state representatives and senators. And I think we're doing very good with our colleagues, the county commission across the street. Even though we have once in a while we have a disagreement, I think we do some real good collaboration there. And these are all part of the services that we're providing, not just through our budget, but through the collective budgets of the other government agencies. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner Book. Yes, we do a little bit different work than the county does, and so we're going to have some friction every now and then. But all in all, I do think we work together very well with our other local elected bodies and the other institutions in the community. All right, seeing no further lights, we will be adjourned, and I will see y'all at 1 o'clock tomorrow for general policy.